Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob with Rob's Nerdy Knives. Today we are doing a review impressions of a knife I got at Blade Show. This is a design by Peter Carey. It's called the Gordo. Let's take a look. Alright, this is the Gordo folding knife by Civivi. This is designed by Peter Carey. He is a custom knife maker who makes some pretty incredible knives. And this particular knife is something I ran into at Blade Show. It's a hollow grind, but his design, you look at it and you go, okay, interesting. I don't know if that works, but it does. It's really weird. So it has a lot of characteristics that you would expect in a Peter Carey design or a Peter Carey knife, which surprisingly in a incredible budget kind of a package here. So the knife name is called Gordo. The manufacturer is Civivi Sencut. It's one company. This is the Civivi part of the company, and they're the ones who manufacture this. The designer is Peter Carey. He's a custom knife maker. Got a chance to talk to him at Texas Blade Show. Really nice guy. Really nice guy. The materials on this particular one is green micarta, steel liners. You have a D2 blade steel with a hollow grind. So this is actually D2. Let's see, does it say on here somewhere? Usually it does. Yeah, right there. So you can see that D2 right there. Right now, D2 is not a bad steel. It used to be a pretty premium knife, pretty premium steel. Now, the thing about D2 is if it's heat treated well, it can really work well. It's almost rust resistant, semi-rust resistant. It's not quite there, but it's close to its rust corrosion resistant. It's not totally. It's I don't know what you want to call it. It's not exactly. It's not stainless steel, but it's rust resistant, corrosion resistant. Anyways, the materials on this, like I said, D2 hollow grind, jimping on here, really nice. This is a 3-finger grip, so notice I can actually get the 4th right there. You can choke up on there. It's a little tight knife. You got big old meaty fingers like me, it's a little tight, but you can do like a trigger choke. That does work, but this knife works as great as a cutter. You could do as a push cut, especially with that hollow grind coming up there, really nicely thin. A neat budget knife for sure. Neat budget knife. Like you put O-rings on there if you wanted to be creative or what have you. But look at this action. This is so Peter Carey. If you know Peter Carey's design, this is what he does. He has this action like this. It's just stunning and beautiful and slick and smooth. Really, really neat, right? So wonderful. Okay, round all the way around, steel clip, which I like. It is right-hand tip up only. It's not reversible, sadly. It does have a little curve to it, which is, you know, along his style as well. Looks like T8s all the way around. That's rather impressive, except for T6s on the clip, which is typical. But that's pretty nice. 2 standoffs. You got a flipper jimping all the way around, so you can do the you can do the push, and then you can do the light switch, right? And the nice thing about it is I don't have to worry about not getting traction there at the very end where I'm slipping off, which is always a big frustration, right? You have thumb studs that work really nicely, so that's nice. You do have probably middle finger reverse flick. Let's see. It's okay. It's a satin finish, so it's definitely a satin finish, and almost, I mean, it's a really polished satin finish. It's actually very nice for D2. Really impressive. Got a swedge on top. It's kind of a rather attractive blade shape, I have to admit. It's a little like a 5th pocket knife as far as I'm concerned. Just thin, nice, useful. Definitely would be great for smaller hands, but if you wanted a little 5th pocket knife that was just like an emergency in case you carried a really nice knife, this would be a great little, like a knife you wouldn't have to worry about destroying, banging up, like if you had a, I don't know, $1,000 custom, right? So there you go. Okay, so let's look at the materials. We talked about the materials: steel liner, steel clip, D2 steel, green micarta, the screws. We talked about the Loctite, which is a liner lock. Great cutaway, access there, easy to get to. Looks like we're good engaged around, I would say about 15% there. Easy access, got a little texture on top, so easy to disengage. It's not super stiff, not super hard, which is great, right? I like that. Closing is just, first thing I noticed, especially at Blade Show, Texas Blade Show, it's just really smooth. It's ridiculously smooth. It feels like a Peter Carey knife, and you know, good on them to really kind of, you know, reflect that. I think that's a design element that's really important, and I love that. Now I don't know if it's just because Peter was able to convey that. It is dead nut centered. Are we dead nut centered? I think we are. Okay, yeah. So no blade play. Let's see here. Any pivot lash? No. Let's listen to that detent. Nice clickety. One more time. Ready? We'll do it face to the mic. Nice clickety. All right. Got a nice crisp detent. Flipper works really nicely as far as light switch. or I think, yeah, I can do the push button. It's not like the light switch here, right? So it does work, I will tell you that. Really, really cool. All right, blade we talked about. All right, so let's do some measurements on this guy, because this is a super, super light little guy. Got to find my scale over here. I'm going to guess 3 ounces, maybe? 2.8 ounces. 2.8 ounces. That's not bad for a little guy, right? I mean, you can't go wrong with that. I think that's pretty impressive. And it's going to be a short little guy. So let's look at the length on this guy. 5 inches, 6 inches, 6¼ inches, 6¼ inch total. All right, so from right there to the back, you get about 3 inches, maybe 3¾ maybe 3 1/8. If you do the choke up, you might get to 4 inches, right? So it's kind of, if you got big meaty fingers, it's a challenge. I'm going to guess a very short blade, so we're looking at 2 3/4. No, 2 5/8 here, and then actual cutting length is right at 2.5. Right at 2.5. Okay, so there you go. Very, very nice. Got some good thickness there. It's not terrible, but it's not super thin, which I like. So let's measure that. Sorry if you hear the cat in the background making noise. All right, so what do we got here? Blades, I'm going to 120 thousandth? 120, wow. 120 thousandths of an inch, yeah. So it's reasonable blade stock thickness. It's not bad. It's, thick for a little guy, but it's hollow grind. So it becomes really a beautiful slicer. You can absolutely slice with this. Let's see here. Can we shave? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Super nice. Super nice. Absolutely can shave with this puppy. Really, really cool. Really cool. All right. So what is this category? It's a budget category. It's almost super budget. So it's 59, 55, I think. Let me double check that again. I thought I said 59. Maybe it was 55. But for instance, if you buy it at White Mountain Knives, 55.25. So if you buy it at White Mountain Knives, you would get $5.52 off. That would actually put it under $50 if you were to get the 10% off for it, for this particular version, which puts me into the super budget category. And that's outstanding. This is really, really good for that category. Probably one of the better ones out there. I mean, this is like, I would expect Sencut to do something, but it's got the Civivi touches, captive pivot, T8s, beautiful green micarta, executed well. Now, granted, it's a little smaller, less materials, but man, just really, really nice for the price. You can't beat this unless you really despise this look. It's not for you. Fair enough, right? But this is such a good buy. Such a good buy. I'm very impressed with it. Really, really impressed with it. That's really cool. All right. Let's see. What is this for? EDC use, hard use, collection piece? Not a collection piece. Super budget to me, or budget is just not collection piece. You can't make anything a collection piece. It's your collection. You do what you want. For me, this is a use and abuse and throw away and replace, right? Kind of knife, right? That's the way I look at budget, super budget knives, especially super budget. As far as hard use, absolutely hard use. The line of lock is going to be pretty good engagement. It's going to be pretty solid. It's not going to be a whacking and chopping kind of knife. If you want that, get a fixed blade, get an axe. Use the right tool for the right job. But if you're in a pinch, I think this would do some really good hard work, right? EDC, absolutely all day long. Super deep pocket carry. You're going to have almost completely hidden. You do have a lanyard hole if you're a big lanyard fan, so lanyard folks rejoice. There you have that. So overall feel, handles feel really nice. Rounded all the way around, chamfered, even chamfered / rounded. I mean, it really looks more rounded to me than chamfered, but I think it's technically chamfered, but it feels rounded. I love the little design, the little hole there. I mean, I'm not sure what that's for, but I mean, if you had a cigar, I guess you could snip a cigar. But anyways, not that anybody would ever want to do that, but you could maybe you need to cut something. I don't know. Maybe you need to cut a piece of rope or something. I don't know. Definitely pretty cool. Pretty cool. What else? Open in textures is great. Jimping is great. There is jimping there, and it's not super aggressive. I mean, it's really almost not. It's pretty. It looks nice. There's no traction. Really, it's more for looks. It needs to be a little more aggressive if you actually want that to be useful jimping. Maybe it's just good to feel where your hand is. I don't know. Definitely allows a nice place to put your thumb to do a push cut, so I think that's kind of nice. The clip, outstanding. It does have the little bill thing there, but it's not terrible. It goes in and out of the pocket. Steel, Most steel clips I bend, so there you go. Got the lanyard hole, all that good stuff. Overall feel is just outstanding for this price range. It is just, it's a ridiculously crazy good knife. All right, so I'm just gonna say it. I think for the price range and everything you get and how good the action feels, it's phenomenal. All right, so what's the fidget factor? Well, you have thumb studs, and they work beautifully, left and right-handed. The flipper, jimped all the way around, works really nice. You're not gonna, it's one of those flippers you're not gonna lose. I love that. Left and right hand, it just works really, really well, right? I love the fact that I can reverse flick and everything like that. So all that is really nice. And then I love the fact that I can even, let's see here, middle finger reverse bonus flick. So, I mean, it's done well. I'm gonna give this a 5.5. A 5.5 on the fidget factor scale. Round it to a 6, but it's a 5.5 rounded to a 6. It's definitely better than, it's really good. So we'll call it let's call it a 6. We'll call this a 6. It's really good for everything it does. What is my fidgety goodness as far as that 6 out of 10? For those 6 out of the 10, for the fidgety goodness, to me, I'm going to tell you, for the price and everything you're getting, this is all relative to the package that it's being delivered in, it's 100%. It's outstanding. Simply outstanding for what you get here. So definitely 100%. Is it recommended? 100% recommended. Yeah, absolutely a recommended knife. I think you should get one. If you like the aesthetic, if you like the size, you want a 5th pocket knife, you like what's going on here, D2 steel, you like the price, it's absolutely recommended. So there you go. Let's do some close-up shots so you can kind of take a look at that hollow grind, look at that beautiful satin finish. I think they did a really nice job for a budget knife like this. I mean, there's so many good finishes on here. It really blows me away. This green micarta with the round scale, I know it's on top of steel liners, but it's really great. And let's look at the steel liners. There is weight relief in there, serious weight relief going on in there, which is part of the reason why it's only 2.8 ounces. T10 screws everywhere, captive pivot, nice little speed hole with a little design, a lanyard loop, 2 nice standoffs, got a clip that actually has a little curve to it, has a little character for being a super budget knife, right? Or budget knife. I love that. T8 right there, T8 and T8, I love that. The liner lock definitely has a little cutout, a little relief, jimping on there, easy to get to, does engage, easy to disengage. And the action is just spot on, right? So there's that. And then you have over here, and you have the Peter Carey design. That's his kind of logo. I have a Nitro OG, which is my favorite. I think it's the Wee's best premium knife they make. I think the Nitro OG Peter Carey design is their best knife. It's just my opinion. I've handled a lot of their knives. I don't go buy all of them anymore because some of them are just really crazy out there, and they're not my cup of tea. And they're also really expensive, and I'd rather buy other things if there's so many that come out. You can't get them all. Unless I were to get them as a, to the channel, there's no way I could get them all. But there you go. Very, very cool. Everything's executed really well. I love it. I really do. I'm very thoroughly impressed with this budget knife. It does deliver in a lot of ways. All right, so let's get a nice little shot, a little thumbnail for our little, little video image, little money shot they call it, right? Let's look at the back here. What do y'all think about that? That beautiful hollow grind. I like to have the reflection highlight the hollow grind because it's definitely a genuinely well done hollow grind. Love that. All right, very cool, very cool. Definitely recommend a knife. Definitely cool. I don't know if any of you guys own one or thought of getting one. Let me know. Love to hear your thoughts on it as well in the comments down below. Hey, if you found this content fun, interesting, worthwhile, or informative, would you please consider hitting that like button down below? And if you've already hit that like button, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button as well down below. Subscribing and liking the channel really helps me out. Allows me to produce more content, do more things, ultimately do more things for you guys. So thank you to everyone out there who watches the videos, who enjoys the content, part of the live stream, who's just part of the whole community. Thank you, sincerely, thank you. If you haven't already, hit that notification button down below as well so you can be notified of future content like this and other videos. And a big shout out to my channel members. I appreciate you guys. You do 2 amazing things for me. You're like my workout buddies. You encourage me. I don't do this full time, I'm part time. So you encourage me to keep going, keep doing it even on days I don't want to. Thank you. I really mean that. I really mean that because I love doing this. I do. And just a little encouragement helps me just rekindle that passion. So thank you. The other thing is, by your generosity, you allow me to do things way sooner than I ever thought I'd be able to. Like I can get to check out knives way sooner. I can cover shipping in lives that are loaned to me. We can do a weekly giveaways. That I appreciate that because there's no way I could continue to support the weekly giveaways all the time. So thank you, channel members. I appreciate you. So I do 2 special things. So thank you for that. One, I do a once a month members exclusive giveaway. It's separate from our every week giveaway that we have, kind of a budget banger. I do an exclusive one, usually a knife that's over $100. Try to get between 100 and 300 for the channel members giveaway, something nice. The other thing I also like to do is I like to give all new channel members a sticker and a little thank you note. So if you email me with your name and address, if you're a brand new channel member, I'd love to mail you a channel sticker and a thank you note. Kind of also applies to anybody who's currently actively a channel member right now. You've never asked for a channel sticker, you never got a channel sticker, email me your name and address. I'd love to mail you a channel sticker and a thank you note. That includes anybody who's been a member all along, anybody who was a member, the membership expired, they ended it, whatever, but then they came back and became a member again, and you're currently actively right now a member. I'd love to mail you a channel sticker and a thank you note as long as you've never gotten one. So there you go. Thank you guys. Really do appreciate you. If you haven't already, check me out on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Again, that's on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day and a great week. Bye.